All right. We're going to call this meeting to order. This is a special meeting of the Village of Vernon Hills Village Board for February 21st, 2017. Lisa, I need a roll call, please, or a call to order, please, and a roll call.
One of those.
Call to order?
Roll call.
Roll call. Okay, President Byrne, Trustee Cook, Trustee Grebe,
Here.
Trustee Williams,
Here.
Trustee Hebda. Here. Trustee Schultz,
Here.
Trustee Marquardt.
Here. Mr. Clerk, in the case that the president is not here, I'd like to nominate Trustee Williams to be President Pro Tem for the duration of this meeting or until the president arrives.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you.
Okay. The purpose of this meeting really is to adjourn the board and announce that we have an executive session on personnel that must be performed this evening. So with that in mind, do you want to adjourn or just recess?
What you'll need is a motion to request to move into executive session for the consideration of a motion requesting an executive session pursuant to 5 ILCS 120-2 parentheses C1, and that's related to personnel.
Whatever he
I-
said,
I-
could we have a motion?
I so move the clerk's called for motion.
And we need a second then?
Second.
The sentence already seconded.
Any comments? All
Comments,
those in
questions?
favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay,
Okay.
then we will,
We stand in adjournment.
we're going to recess and
I was going
then,
to say motion to recess until,
correct.
okay, motion for recess.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No. Motion carried. We're in recess.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
So made.
Voice vote.
Oh, you're not doing roll call?
Not to adjourn the
Oh,
regular.
Okay,
that's-
well, all in favor, indicate by saying aye.
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 Is there any nays? No. Special meeting's adjourned. Okay. All right, I'd like to call the village board meeting to order. Roll call.
President Byrne,
Here.
Trustee Hebda. Here. Trustee Schultz,
Here.
Trustee Marquardt,
Here.
Trustee Cook,
Here?
Trustee Grebe,
Here.
Trustee Williams.
Here.
We have a quorum present. Everybody, please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. All right. Are there any citizens wishing to address the board tonight? We don't have a committee of the whole. We're going to go into closed session after this to discuss personnel, right? Litigation? Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. First order of business, presentation of Life Savings Award. Are you going to take care of these, Chief?
I certainly hope so.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Mr. President and members of the Village Board, once again, I have the honor and the opportunity to stand before you tonight to recognize the action of 3 of our police officers, Sharon Joseph, Chelsea Britton, and Sergeant Shannon Holubutz. Each year, our police officers and firefighters receive dozens and in some cases hundreds of hours of training in areas such as arrest, procedures, firearms proficiency, and emergency medical response and treatment. Of course, the hope is that they will never need to apply that training in a real-life situation. But there's a significant difference between practicing in a clinical situation, whether it be on a firing range or in a classroom. The question is, in a true emergency, how will our police officer respond amid all of the stress and distraction associated with the calls? Will they be able to do their jobs when they must, when it truly counts? In this case, these officers did. For a police officer, there's no greater service to the community or act that they can provide than to save the life of another person. Most of us go through our entire careers without an opportunity to be involved in a life or death situation. It should be very comforting for the residents of Vernon Hills to know that if they find themselves in an emergency situation, our officers are ready to step up to the challenge. I'd like to have Officer Joseph and Officer Britton step forward, please. Tony, you might as well come up too. Stand beside your wife. Tony Joseph, Sharon's husband, is also a lieutenant with the Waukegan Police Department and former police officer with the Village of Vernon Hills. Sharon, I'm going to do yours first. On Monday, January 23rd, 2017, you responded to a call for a possible heroin overdose. Upon your arrival, you found a 27-year-old male victim unconscious on the bathroom floor. You promptly administered 2 doses of Narcan to the victim with no response. Additional officers responded to the scene and gave you their supply of Narcan, which you also administered to the victim, causing the subject to finally stir. At this time, Countryside paramedics arrived on the scene, and with the victim showing little improvement, they administered a 5th dose. Your swift response and decisive actions played a vital role in saving the patient's life, and you are commended for your life-saving efforts. Thank you very much. Officer Britton, on December 2nd, 2016, while conducting an extra patrol in Deer Path Park, you observed a suspicious vehicle in the parking lot. After noting that the driver's seat was reclined, you approached the vehicle and you noticed an unresponsive male occupant laying in the driver's seat. Numerous attempts were made to awaken the occupant unsuccessfully. You made entry to the vehicle prior to requesting rescue. Moments later, you discovered alcohol and a still-burning charcoal grill in the sealed car. The case was developed as a suicide attempt. The victim was transported to Condell Medical Center, and according to the ER staff, the man had very little time prior to his death. Had it not been for your keen eye, your diligence, and your instinct, the victim would have likely died. Your immediate ventilation, quick call for rescue, and follow-up with the family members led to the survival of this victim. Thank you, and congratulations for a job well done. Incidentally, Officer Joseph just celebrated her 20th year with the police department last week. And Officer Britton, how many months? 10 months. Extreme opposite ends of the spectrum, so congratulations to both.
It's a great job.
Thank you so much.
I also wanted to recognize Sergeant Shannon Holubetz. Normally, Officer Holubetz or Sergeant Holubetz would have been here this evening, but he was assigned to attend the Southern Police Institute, and he left last week and won't be back for 3 months. Not wanting to wait 3 months to present him with his award, we presented it to him at our last command staff meeting. Okay. So I would like to read his commendation for his life-saving award. Again, his is a little bit longer ago, but on Wednesday, September 14th, 2016, you responded to a call for a possible drug overdose. Upon your arrival, you found a white male laying on his back in the garage. 2 other subjects, friends of the victims, were on scene when you arrived and advised that he was likely overdosing on heroin. You promptly administered 1 dose of Narcan, and at this time, Countryside paramedics arrived on the scene, and with the victim showing little improvement, they requested that you continue to administer another dose. The 2nd dose caused the victim to regain consciousness, and you played a vital role in saving the patient's life and are to be commended for his life-saving efforts. So on behalf of the police department, we'd like to commend him as well. And that's all.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. All right. Finance Director, Nikki Larson, budget schedule.
Good evening. Thank you. This is just meant to be a quick budget update. I'd like to thank all the departments for their hard work on the budget, especially the village manager who spent hours and hours of proofreading all of those memos that were included in the document, and also Lynn Deanda, who helped me fight the good fight with the copier, who that you will see a replacement for in this year's budget. The entire document has been delivered to all of the trustees, so if you haven't had a chance to look at it, we have kind of overhauled some of the document and the format of it. Based on the changes that we're making to the budget this year, we are anticipating needing an extra budget meeting, a special meeting on Tuesday, March 14th. So presentations are planned to start on March 7th with an overview of the budget with Public Works, Police, and the golf course. And this will be the first time that the golf course will be presenting a fiscal year budget for us. Then we will continue with the administrative budgets, community development, and finance. The proposed budget hearing is scheduled for Wednesday, April 5th. That meeting is a Wednesday due to the election day immediately prior to that. And the request for final approval will come before you on Tuesday, April 18th. The proposed budget document's available for inspection in the clerk's office in paper form and will be up on the website by the end of this week.
Okay. Any comments or questions? No?
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 It's pretty straightforward.
Okay. All right. Dave Brown, adoption of Stormwater Management Program Plan, SMPP.
Thank you very much. At a previous meeting, you've seen this document. It's a very large document. I will not waste your time going over every chapter and verse. Essentially, what we're doing is, as a municipal storm sewer operator, we're required as part of our EPA permits to conduct best management practices. This is our guidebook on how we operate. It's really the goal as part of the IEPA permit is to protect our water bodies, streams, lakes. Vernon Hills has a lot of them, and it's really important to us. So it's really looking at water quality, the improved recreational benefits and opportunities, flood damage reduction, better aesthetics and wildlife habitat, and basically just a safer, healthier environment for residents. So, how we store salt, how we sweep our streets, how we address spills, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All is contained within this document. So I just really wanted to alert you that although you've reviewed the previous April 4th, there is a newer, more improved version that meets the most latest IEPA standards, and it's on Resolution 2017-022 is on your consent agenda, and staff recommends approval of that document when you get to that part in your agenda.
Okay. All right. Next item is omnibus vote agenda. Is there a motion to approve items A through K?
So made.
Motion and a second. Any comments or questions? If not, roll call.
Trustee Schultz?
Aye.
Trustee Markwart?
Aye.
Trustee Cook?
Aye.
Trustee Green?
Aye.
Trustee Williams? Aye. Trustee Hebda? Aye.
Motion carries. Okay. New business communication. We don't have anything under unfinished additional business. Approval and passage of Resolution 2017-018, a resolution granting approval to operate an outdoor merchandise display and sales establishment for the Home Depot located at 493 North Milwaukee Avenue. Is there a motion?
Sorry.
Okay, you got a question, you got a comment?
No, just simply that this is the same request that the board has reviewed in past years. No changes, same size, same location. And it would be displayed, the landscaping material would be displayed between April 1st and August 1st.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
I have a question.
Question,
Um,
yeah.
Actually, it's either of the building commissioner or Dave, or if there's a representative here from Home Depot. The salt pile that was uncovered and sitting and not contained, has that been resolved?
Can you come up to the,
Also too, that was from the landscaping, or the individual that does the premises.
How you doing, guys? My name is John Gamble. I'm one of the assistant store managers there. Yes, it was addressed as soon as we got the call. It was actually our building manager, so it's the entire lot that owned that. But we contacted the building manager, had it moved, recovered, and all the equipment moved as well to the back of the building. So it was addressed the same day we got the call on it, sir.
And building commissioner satisfied?
Yes, very much.
And it's in compliance with whatever applicable codes?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, sir, any other comments or questions? There's a motion and a second.
I motioned it.
Oh, I thought you did.
I motioned it.
No, no
So
second,
he seconded
okay.
it.
I'll second.
Okay. No further comments or questions, roll call?
Trustee Markwart?
Aye. Trustee
Cook?
Aye.
Trustee Grieb?
Aye.
Trustee Williams?
aye.
Trustee Hebda?
Aye.
Trustee Schultz?
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval and passage of Resolution 2017-019, resolution granting approval to operate an outdoor special event for Fantasy Amusement Company located at 122 Hawthorne Center.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And there's a representative here from Fantasy Amusement Company. This is the same event that's been conducted over the past several years at Hawthorne Mall. It would be located, as in previous years, adjacent to Milwaukee Avenue, just north of the access drive by Denny's. The event would take place from Thursday, June 1st through Sunday, June 4th. They'd have to follow all the requirements of the code, including submitting a list of all employees at least 7 days in advance of the event. They'd have to hire a minimum of 2 police officers for security reasons, and follow a list of the other conditions that are outlined in your packet. So with that, if you have any questions, again, the applicant is here, and if the board feels the event is appropriate, then a motion approving the attached resolution is recommended.
Trustee Hebda.
Your event that you host, does any of the monies go towards any special charity or group, or is this just mere profits for the organization? You need to come to the microphone. And I know you're not William Johnson. You don't look like Bill Johnson.
My name is Sandy Rothstein.
Okay,
I'm office manager for the company.
okay.
Gotta get closer.
Sorry, is that better?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
perfect.
We do not have a non-for-profit sponsor, but we do have specials that we run, and we offer a discount on those wristband promotions if they bring in food cans, and then we bring those to the food pantry here in the Vernon area.
Because I just, I know these events are out there, but there's so many needs in Lake County, whether it be for kids, for summer camps, for just feeding these kids that need lunches or whatever. I guess I would ask that maybe you take a consideration that in the future you maybe promote something of a charitable cause, just because it's probably well attended, and it might be kind of nice to do something back, give something back to the community or those at large that might need some help. So
Sure.
if you could research that, I'd appreciate it for next year. So thank you.
Okay.
And you can give a plug, too, if you want.
So do we have a motion to approve?
So made.
Second.
Motion is second. Roll call, please.
Trustee Cook?
Aye.
Trustee Grieb?
Aye.
Trustee Williams?
Aye.
Trustee Hebda?
Aye.
Trustee Schultz?
Aye.
Trustee Markwart?
Aye.
Motion carries. Other items? Do we have any new business or? No?
That'd be good.
Okay, so we need a motion to adjourn to go into closed session to discuss litigation.
And collective bargaining.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Let me give you the correct title so that we're doing this all proper like. So, do we want pending or? Okay, so the first one would be for pending litigation pursuant to Section 2-C-11 of the Open Meetings Act. and collective bargaining between the village and its employee representatives pursuant to Section 2-C-2 of the Open Meetings Act.
Okay. So is there a motion?
So made.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Green?
Aye.
Trustee Williams?
Aye.
Trustee Hebda?
Aye.
Trustee Markwart?
Aye.
Trustee Schultz?
Aye.
Trustee Cook?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, and we will not come back out to discuss any other business. Okay.
Hello, Tom.